What's up everyone, it is Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be touching bases on the do's and do nots of rebranding or starting a new brand. The new year is when people tend to make new business ventures, start new businesses, and recreate their brands. So just from experimenting and trial and error and a few different things I've done myself and with clients, I'm going to give you guys a list of do's and don'ts rebranding in 2021. I want you guys to understand what the difference is between a brand and brand aesthetic. Okay, a brand is an experience. It's a feeling you get after you do business with a company. For example, Publix. We all know Publix is great with customer service, great quality products, etc., etc. That's Publix's brand. Publix's brand is not the P logo and the green color scheme. That's their brand aesthetic. So a brand is literally the experience you get. It's the feeling, the first three words that come to your mind when you think of a company or a business. And the brand aesthetic, like I said with Publix, is the P, the color green, or with Nike, the brand aesthetic is, it's sportswear, it's very sleek, the check logo, and the brand experience you get from going to Nike is that you're getting high quality sportswear, and it's technically luxury sportswear at this point. If you want to have a good overall brand, if you want people to walk away after doing business with you, saying, oh wow, I really loved their services, their products, I want to shop with them again, you need to make sure your customer service is A1. So whether that means you need to get a Google Suite for different working emails, having a customer service email, having a support email, a general question and answer email, make sure you invest in that. I believe it's like $6 a month, or you can do like an annual plan with Google Suite. I'm sure other website hosting browsers have this option as well, but I just use Google. I'm a Google girl. Making sure you have good customer service. If you need to hire people to help you, say you have a clothing brand and it's too much for you right now to handle all the customer services, all the packaging, all the inventory tracking, all the digital creation, to make sure your customers are getting the best service possible, you may want to look into outsourcing other people for your team. Also, when you're branding, you want to figure out what makes your brand different. So one, when you're going through your whole business plan, you get to figure out what your purpose is. What is the purpose of starting this business or this brand? And that will honestly help you stay on track, and that will just trickle into providing better customer service and a better all customer experience. Also, what makes a good brand or business is the product. It's the quality of the product you are selling. A lot of times a product should be able to sell itself, so you won't have to stress yourself out about excess marketing dollars, extra outsourcing. Sometimes everything else I just said you won't even need if the product speaks for itself. So make sure you have high quality products, make sure you're doing proper product research, you're sourcing products from the right vendors and places. That is imperative to having a successful business, okay? Imperative. Because think about it, you go to certain like high-end stores, say you go to Chanel, because you know the brand, right? You know it is high quality, it's a high-end luxury brand, so therefore you're willing to pay that price for that nice item. If that makes sense, it has to make sense. And something else I love to say about creating a brand, making your brand stand out, is making an emotional connection. People buy into people, not businesses. So it goes along with the whole brand and business persona that I was speaking of earlier. You want to make that emotional transaction with your audience before you get that monetary transaction, okay? You need one before you can get the other. When you go about pricing your products or services, you don't want to have your customers develop a sense of coupon syndrome. And I'll tell you what coupon syndrome is. It's when you're always conditioning your audience that you're having a sale. So if you're a business that's always having a sale, everything's always 30% off, everything's always 50% off, you're always having a clearance, you're brainwashing your customers into thinking that you're an on sale brand, that there's always going to be a sale, so therefore they're always going to be expecting a sale. And you don't necessarily want to do that. When you think of these other, like I said, high-end retail stores, they never have sales. The only sales they have are for like exclusive members who shop there frequently, or management or any employees. So when you think about pricing, make sure you are not creating coupon syndrome to your customers. But if you do want to provide a sense that you are having a sale without really having a sale, I would say on your website you can say, oh, you're offering free shipping on orders over or under X amount of dollars. But in reality, you're really keeping your money, because what you're going to do is you're going to bump up the ticket price on your items, okay, by extra $3 or $4 or however much you see necessary. So on your website, you'll promote free shipping, or if you do want to go the whole every day everything's 30% off, it's not really going to be 30% off. You need to raise the price, so therefore your customer won't know that they're actually paying the real price plus shipping, but you just bumped up the price, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure you're adding in the difference for what you would have lost if the item was actually on sale. Those are just some structural things that you want to do when it comes to recreating your brand. And then also, let's go into aesthetic. The first thing I want to touch base on are logos. Logos are made to be simple. Logos are supposed to be single symbols. When you think of the most popular brands and businesses out right now, Apple, their logo is simply just an apple. You think about Publix, their logo is literally a P. You think about Nike, their logo is a check mark. The human brain is complex yet very simple. If you think about it, we tend to remember very simple ideas and theories, and it sticks with us because it's not a whole lot to remember. If your logo has a bunch of glitter and extra words and letters, it's going to be more forgettable. Sorry, but not sorry. It's going to be forgettable. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your logo clean, simple, and rememberable. And I actually talked about that in one of my earlier videos, which I'll tag. When it comes to marketing your brand, you want to, honestly, everyone wants to jump into influencer marketing, but the only way influencer marketing works is if you pay attention to the influencer's audience. Does their audience demographic match your key audience demographic? That's the only way it will work. So say you're paying an influencer, right? But 80% of their following is men, but you sell lip gloss. Paying that influencer will not guarantee you sales because their audience isn't interested in lip gloss because they're men. And your audience is, say, like, you know, young millennial girls, teenagers, etc. It has to match up, it has to correlate. So when you're doing influencer marketing, make sure that the audiences are aligned and they match up with your audience interests. So don't always pay attention to the number, and also pay attention to micro influencers. So micro influencers, in my opinion, are people with under 50,000 followers. So anyone from like the 1,000 range, honestly anyone under 50,000, because 9 times out of 10 they are not going to charge you this extra premium price your favorite influencer would charge, and they're going to do higher quality work because the demand for the service isn't as high, if that makes sense. Yes, they're getting people coming at them, you know, with brand deals, asking them to promote, but you're more likely with the micro influencer to be paying less money and get better engagement as well. Also, I would say in 2021, everyone needs to invest in some type of email subscription service. Email subscription services are very useful, beneficial, and worth it. Depending on what website hosting platform you use, I use Squarespace. I have a free email automation system included in my website plan. So just look into different, you know, website hosts and see if they do offer that. But literally, email marketing is another way to reach your customers outside of social media. You know, I don't know how long things are going to continue like this in 2021 as far as the pandemic is concerned and our access to people, but as far as email marketing, it's just another way to reach your demographic directly, and it makes it very personable too, because some email subscription services. What you can do is, for every person the email is sent to, you can the system will automatically change the first name in the sentence. They'll say, hello Karen, thank you for blah 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 blah. So it makes it a lot more personable, and it just kind of shows your customers that you're doing that extra step to make sure you're communicating with them, you know, what your brand is, what sales you have going on, so on and so forth. Invest in that. This is another thing that some boutique owners or just regular business owners, any type of business owners have asked me before. How do you know when it's time to expand onto another business venture or add more inventory or add more services? What you want to do first is conquer one area first. So say you own a boutique, right, and you're selling clothing, but you want to go to accessories eventually. Don't add on accessories to your inventory until you have met your bottom line with your clothing. Even within the clothing, let's narrow it down. Say you're selling sweatsuits and you want to add just regular pants or regular tops. Don't go on to that until you have sold out of sweatsuits, until you've met your bottom line, met your quota, met your numerical goal with the sweatsuits. Then go on to add pants, etc., etc. A lot of people, they just want to, launch everything at once, and then they may get disappointed or underwhelmed with the, monetary results. And that's because you just need to conquer one area before you move on to something else. So therefore, one area is not taking a distraction away from the area over here. So, once you master the clothing, you can add shoes, you can add accessories, hats, whatever it may be. As far as service-based businesses goes, a lot of service-based businesses, including mine, start off with packages that come with different services. But say you're a graphic design service and you offer logos, websites, video editing, etc., etc., etc. Start off with the basic branding package. So everything that's just graphic design, so logos, websites, business cards. And so you want to move on to adding marketing to your services. Once you get a good following, a good clientele that trusts you with the digital design area, then you can move on to marketing. So creating email subscription lists, creating digital campaigns, videos, all that other stuff. So conquer one area, build your fan base there, and allow them to grow and expand with you as you grow and expand your services, inventory, whatever it may be. Those are some of my do's and don'ts of branding in 2021. We really have to start getting creative. I always say what sets your brand apart from someone else's brand is the main person who's starting the brand. It's you, literally. Sometimes you have to use your personality, use your persona to set yourself apart, because at the end of the day, a lot of us are in the same business market. A lot of us are selling the same products. So it's really just the question and the battle of what makes you different and how are you going to do that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy 2021. I pray everyone is blessed, successful, and healthy moving into this new year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye guys.